Gods in Norse mythology are some of the most powerful beings in existence. While many different gods and goddesses populated this vast and complex pantheon, a few stood out as the mightiest among them all. These powerful deities could shape-shift into other creatures, wield control over thunder and lightning, and even destroy mountains with a single gesture. In this video, we'll look at some of the most powerful gods in Norse mythology, including Odin, Thor, and Loki. Each of these deities is incredibly powerful and has an important role in the ongoing narrative of Norse mythology. Let's start with Odin. Odin was one of the most famous and powerful gods in Norse mythology. He was believed to be the leader of the gods and the keeper of wisdom and knowledge. He was a complex figure known for his many exploits and achievements, and his role as a wittier god who often used cunning and deceit to achieve his goals. Many stories about Odin revolve around his quest for knowledge. One famous example is when he hung from the world tree Yggdrasil for 9 days and nights to gain knowledge of runes, which were said to be the language of the universe. Odin is also known for his use of runes as a way to foretell the future. He was often consulted by other gods who sought guidance or help with important decisions. As such, Odin is associated with wisdom, foresight, war, and death. While Odin is a powerful god, he is not always portrayed as benevolent. Some stories depict him as cruel or even evil. For example, many myths tell of his battles with the giants, which were often depicted as devastating to both sides. Despite these stories, Odin is considered by many to be the mightiest god in Norse mythology. Through his wisdom and foresight, he guided the other gods and helped them overcome obstacles and challenges threatening their existence. Today, he is still revered for his power and for being a symbol of knowledge and learning. Thor was one of the most popular and revered gods in Norse mythology, known for his great strength and bravery. He was famous for battling against giants and other evil forces, and was greatly admired for his courage and determination. While there are many stories about Thor's exploits and triumphs, perhaps the most famous is his battle against the giant Loki. This fearsome creature had trapped several other gods in a hall of fire, and it was up to Thor to save them. With his divine hammer Mjolnir, Thor battled against the giant and successfully defeated him, rescuing the other gods in the process. Despite his many accomplishments, however, Thor met a tragic end at the hands of Odin himself. As he lay dying from wounds incurred in his final battle, Odin came to him and claimed his soul, taking it to Valhalla, the afterlife for the greatest of Norse heroes. Despite his death, Thor's legacy lives on in the hearts and minds of those who continue to worship him and revere his great accomplishments. Loki was a popular Norse mythology god known for his intelligence and cunning nature. He gained great fame through his many adventures, including leading the gods to victory against their enemies and engineering the death of Balder, the beloved son of Odin. Despite his many accomplishments, Loki's ultimate downfall was caused by his betrayal of the gods, ultimately leading to his death. His tragic story has become an important part of Norse mythology and is a source of inspiration. Loki's popularity and fame stem from his many remarkable feats. He was smart and even the wisest gods. One of his most famous adventures was leading the Norse gods to victory in their long-fought war against their rivals, the giants. Loki's contributions were instrumental in defeating the giants, cementing his legacy as a hero among the gods. Additionally, Loki was known for engineering the death of Balder, one of Odin's most beloved sons. Through a series of devious plans and manipulations, he succeeded in bringing about the death of Balder. Loki is also remembered for this bravery, as he was one of the few gods willing to stand up against Odin and face the consequences. Ultimately, Loki's actions would lead to his downfall. He played a pivotal role in the destruction of Asgard at Ragnarok, the apocalyptic battle between the gods and their enemies. Betraying the other gods by aligning himself with the giants, Loki helped orchestrate their downfall, resulting in the death of many gods and the destruction of Asgard. His role in this catastrophic event sealed his fate, leading to his ultimate demise at the hands of Thor, one of Odin's sons. Balder is a god associated with vengeance and silence in Norse mythology, mentioned in the Poetic Edda and the Edda of Snorri. He is the son of Odin, and is considered one of the strongest gods along with Thor. Despite his prominence in the myths, Balder plays a vital role on the day of Ragnarok, when he avenges the death of his father Odin, by piercing the heart of Fenrir with his sword or by tearing his jaws apart using his magical shoe. After surviving this cataclysmic event, Balder joined other surviving gods in their efforts and renewed the universe. Scholars have linked Balder's silence and ritual abstinence to other mythological traditions, such as those surrounding Vali, his fellow god associated with vengeance. Some also see him as having a cosmic or spatial role, drawing comparisons to other Indo-European mythologies. Hodor. Hodor is a central figure in Norse mythology, known for being the unwitting assassin of his brother Balder. This tragic tale is one of the most famous and enduring stories from this ancient religion, as Hodor was manipulated by the evil god Loki into killing Balder, sparking a cycle of revenge and death that continues to play out even after the end of the world. Following his death at the hands of Balder's brother Vali, Hodor was resurrected in the eschatological Battle of Ragnarok, where he returned as a sovereign and rejoined his brother in ruling over the kingdom of the dead. Despite this dark reputation, however, many myths and legends portray Hodor as a heroic warrior, with some even suggesting that an ancient Proto-Indo-European myth or deity may have influenced his tragic tale. Ymir. Ymir is a powerful goddess of healing and health, best known for her knowledge of herbal remedies and her ability to revive the dead. She was closely connected with the other Norse goddesses. Ymir appears in the Poetic Edda, compiled in the 13th century from traditional sources, the Prose Edda, written in the 13th century by Snorri Sturluson, and in skaldic poetry, including the runic inscription from Bergen, Norway, dated to the 1300s, and in some Kenninger. Ymir was originally considered a goddess or simply another name for the Valkyrie, is a subject of much debate among historians and scholars. Regardless, Ymir remains an important figure in Norse mythology, revered for her wisdom and healing abilities. Heimdall. Heimdall is one of the most prominent gods in Norse mythology. He is the son of Odin, and he watches over Asgard, the home of the gods. Heimdall is a guardian figure who keeps watching over all that happens on Earth, ensuring everything stays balanced. He has an extremely powerful hearing sense and can see many miles away. Heimdall wears a horn helmet and carries the Gjallarhorn as his main weapon. It is said that he gets this power by drinking from Mimir well. He tries to keep the peace between all gods and goddesses, even those hostile toward each other. The end of the world, which is called Ragnarok, is when Heimdall sounds his horn to signal that it is time for the gods to fight against their enemies. However, he might also be a part of this battle and die during a war. Thanks for watching our video on the most powerful gods in Norse mythology. We hope you found it informative and likable. Comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. For more content like this, check out our other videos on Norse mythology and other fascinating topics. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.